Good morning, everybody. It is Brendan Kutschbach, and I'm out here in the beautiful Bosque in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I got the highway right off to my left. I'm going to be walking away from that, so hopefully the noise doesn't interfere too much with the audio. But the main reason why I'm out here is not because it's a beautiful day and it's starting to feel like summer here in Albuquerque. The main reason why I'm out here is I want to talk to you guys about something very important, and that's just about following your passion, following your dreams. And I know it's kind of cliche to talk about this, but the main reason why I want to talk about it is just because I see so many people out there who are just depressed or not feeling good about what they're currently doing with their lives. I think so many people out there are stuck in a job that they don't like, or they're doing something so that way they can, be approved by their parents, because that's what their parents want for them, or maybe what their boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse wants for them. But the one thing that, it took me years to realize was the importance of just doing things for you. So I just kind of want to talk about personally some hard decisions that I had to make, some personal decisions, but that ultimately increased my life for the better. So let me just kind of give you a brief history of myself. So when I was about 14 years old, I'm 24 now, so this is about 10 years ago, my parents, they really influenced me to go to nursing school. And so the reason why they wanted me to go to nursing school was because they were trying to do something that was safe for me, something that they thought that would be good for my overall well-being and financial stability. And the main thing is here in Albuquerque, we have a program within the Albuquerque public school system to where if you are a junior in high school with decent enough grades, you can apply to go to nursing school. And when you graduate high school, you will be a LPN, a licensed practical nurse, and you can actually go right into the workforce and work as an LPN, making like 20 bucks an hour, which is pretty good for being 18. So my parents encouraged me to do this. And so when I was 16 years old, I ended up sacrificing my junior and my senior year, and even the summer between my junior and my senior year, to school to study to become a nurse. So I graduated, and I felt like I've pleased everybody. I felt like that I pleased my mom, my dad, my grandparents. I felt like I pleased society, that I came out of high school with not just a high school diploma, but with a practical nursing license. I was actually able to practice nursing here in the state of New Mexico. My very first job was when I was 18 years old, and I was a licensed practical nurse at a company. I'm actually still employed there now, currently. But the point is I did all this stuff because I was pushed into that field. And so then right after I graduated high school and I went to work, I realized I didn't like it, like at all. But I felt trapped, like, doing it, because I was still going to school, because I was studying to get my RN and a bachelor's degree in nursing, so that way I can increase my salary and increase my earnings. But instead, when I was going to school, I didn't feel happy. I felt like I was working towards a degree that I didn't want. I felt like I was working towards something that just wasn't really going to benefit me at all. And so every single semester, most kids, I think they would celebrate and go, whew, another semester in the books. And they would be happy because they're closer to obtaining that degree. But for me, it was really quite the opposite. I was more so along the lines of, damn, that's another semester down. That's another semester closer to a degree that I don't want, to keep a job that I really don't want as well. And also on a side note real quick, I just want to show you how beautiful the river is here real quick. That's the river. That's what we got here in Albuquerque. But anyways, I'm back. So I continued going to college for a few years, and when I was 21, I was actually in nursing school, and I was probably about a semester and a half away from graduating, and I was going to have the RN, and my income was going to increase from $20 an hour more so to like $30 an hour, and it was just great. Hey, how you doing? So that was kind of like the plan. But I remember one day I was sitting in my class, and I was fed up with nursing. I was fed up with it. I was fed up of working a job as a nurse. I was fed up with going to school. It was just like I was paying money to get a degree that I don't want, to keep a job that I also don't want. So it was a weird scenario. And I just remember one day, I was sitting in class right next to my girlfriend, and she actually graduated and became an RN, but she wanted to be a nurse. But for me, I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing this. And so when class was over, I walked over to like the library that we had at our little community college, logged on, and I dropped all my classes. And when you drop your nursing classes, it's not like you can just re-sign up and, you know, like get back into nursing school. Like once you drop it, you're out. Like all that progress gone. Like it was basically like a permanent decision that I made. And I made it I made it in a split second too. And when I dropped those classes, like you have no idea the weight that was taken off my shoulders. I mean, it was so liberating, because I think for the first time since I was like 16, I made a decision for myself, and I didn't make a decision based off of other people's opinions. And that really helped me out. But then what happened was I ended up having to continue working as a nurse, because I had all these different dreams and aspirations. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I still want to be an entrepreneur. And I'm currently working towards that journey, even though I've never made a single entrepreneurial dollar. I just want to point that out. Never made a dollar with entrepreneurialism at all. But when I dropped out, this was in the summer of 2017, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought maybe I would invest in real estate. I thought maybe I would build dropshipping stores, and I've done tons of stuff online. But what I really found is I found a passion actually for videography and filming. I don't know how good of a vlogger I am, because this is raw and uncut. I didn't script this at all. You guys can let me know if you like this kind of video in the description below, or in the comments below. But so I continued working as a nurse, and I still am a nurse. I work 40 hours a week as a nurse, as an LPN. And that's the other part too when it comes to following your dreams. You know, sometimes you may want to quit that job, but if you quit that job, you have nothing else to back it, like at all. And right now, my practical nursing license, that is truly the only thing that separates me from minimum wage. I mean, once, if that was to expire, or if I were to stop being a nurse, the only thing that I would be qualified for would be minimum wage. And I think the income that people are used to earning, ooh, sorry, there's a bug on me. Jesus, that was a big ass beetle. I think people get so used to the incomes that they're making that what they end up doing is they just basically keep themselves trapped in that job, because they don't want to risk doing something that makes less money and that's gonna end up altering their life. And for me, the next thing that I want to talk about is, you know, I think it's important to make bold decisions so that way you can end up following your dreams. So right now, I personally don't have much time to work on YouTube. I personally do not have much time to build e-com stores or do all these different things that I want, because I work 40 hours a week and I'm so damn busy all the time. And when I get home, you know, I have a child that I have to take care of. I have a 6-month, almost 7-month-old daughter. So what am I trying to do? What's my new plan? So what I'm actually gonna end up doing is I'm gonna take a big leap of faith here. I am going to drop down my hours, like a lot at work, because in order to make my half of the bills, I don't need to work 40 hours a week. I can work significantly less. And there's other things that I can do to hustle on the side to make extra money. You know, I can Uber, I can Lyft, I can do all this stuff. But the point is I need something to where I'm not scheduled all the time to be somewhere for a certain block of time, you know, because right now, every single week, I'm scheduled to be somewhere for 40 hours a week. Plus the commute time is about 45 minutes each way. So, I mean, there's just no time for me to do this stuff. Like, even right after I'm done filming this video, I have to go change into scrubs and I have to go to work. So anyways, the point that I'm trying to make here is that if you're ready for a significant change, just don't be afraid to go all in. Don't be afraid to decrease your income. Like, just don't be afraid to like go against what your parents or your spouse says. Like, just, you gotta do things that make you happy. And the main reason why I wanna talk about this so passionately is because you truly, I mean, you have one life on this planet. I mean, one, according to my beliefs at least. So I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to live a fulfilling life, something that makes me happy. And I gotta be honest, working as a nurse, it does not make me happy. I am not happy working as a nurse. I don't find it rewarding that much, because, I don't know, it just depends, you know? Like, there's different jobs for different people, and just some people, they feel totally fulfilled by nursing. Me, I don't. And so that's my goal, is just to basically change my lifestyle. And so I am going to basically shrink the income that I'm making by half, like by 50%. You know, I'm gonna live now on 50% of what I need, and after I pay my half of the bills to help support the household, to help support my girlfriend and I's daughter, like, I'm gonna have hardly any money left. If I need to make extra money, I'm just gonna have to hustle, you know? And just don't be afraid to take those bold leaps of faith, because at the end of the day, what's more important than your happiness? So with all this being said, like, what are my specific goals? So that way you guys can understand. And also on top of my goals, I also want to talk about my weaknesses, because I don't think anybody's a superhero. I think, you know, everyone has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses. So we'll talk about that as well. So my overall goal for my life right now is, I truly am a family person. I love my girlfriend, I love her family, and I definitely love our daughter, Brooklyn. And so I want to increase my time and my availability to them. And working a job, being somewhere 40 hours a week, is not a way for me to do that, because that physically takes me away from them. Also, on top of that, a huge passion of mine is, I love to travel. I love to go to different cities globally around the world, interact with locals, eat like locals, live in Airbnbs like locals, stay in hostels and meet other travelers, other like-minded people. That is truly a passion of mine. Traveling is probably one of my biggest passions. I mean, completely and totally. So the whole goal for me is to basically create income to where it can be generated from a laptop, right? So these are my plans, and this is what I'm currently planning on doing. So number one, I want to grow this YouTube channel. Why do I want to grow this YouTube channel? Strictly for one reason, and no, it is not for YouTube ad revenue. No, it is not to get sponsorships or anything like that. The main reason why I want to do this is because I want to document my journey, so that way when it shows me leaving a job completely to pursue, or at least dropping down my hours, but I want to show the transition of me being a nurse to where I don't really like my job at all, and then transitioning and becoming something that I want to be, and becoming like the best version of myself possible. And so, since 70% of Americans are dissatisfied with their job, dissatisfied with the kind of work that they do, I'm hoping that my videos can reach the vast majority of the 70%. And I'm hoping that my transition and my journey and the documentation of me leaving nursing and becoming a full-time entrepreneur and being able to make it and accomplish my goals, I'm hoping that will inspire other people to do the same thing, to follow their dreams, whatever that may be. So how am I going to do that? So I'm going to do personal branding. So I'm growing my social profiles as the best as I possibly can, so that way I can reach people. Because that's the fulfillment. The fulfillment is to encourage people to follow their passions, whatever that may be. Like that's what makes me fulfilled. Now, if that makes income, whether if I get YouTube ad revenue, whatever, that's great, but that's not the goal. Again, this is all for me, for its personal fulfillment. That's why I do this. But what am I going to do for money? What am I going to do entrepreneurially? So I want to get back into drop shipping stores. And so for those of you who don't know, it's basically a model to where you find a supplier and then you connect them with a buyer, and whenever you make a sale, that's only when you buy inventory and your supplier ships it to your customer. I've built a few of those in the past. They have not failed because I learned something. You know, it's win or learn, you never lose. So I learned mistakes and I've gotten better each time. And so I'm actually currently in the process of building another e-com store, and I will let you guys know how that turns out. So I want to build tons of different e-com stores and have brands and basically sell that, right? Just sell products, and hopefully that will turn into a full-time business, and I can create models off of that. Also, another thing is as you can see, I love Albuquerque. I love getting out in nature. I love this city. I really do. It's not as good as New York City, but this is, I mean, it's still nice. And there's a lot of local businesses here that I like. So I'm pretty good with social media ads and content creation now, at least I think. So I would like to take all of that and I'd like to offer it as a service to local businesses. Basically I basically be a digital marketer for them. Whether I create content, I do all the photo and videos and I edit it, I do Facebook and Instagram ads, like I help them build a YouTube channel, you know, whatever I can to help them drive customers, and they pay me like a monthly retainer. So that's a big one. And then the other thing is too, I want to invest in real estate. Now, I don't want to do flips. I just want to buy properties, rent them out, and have the rental income exceed the monthly expenses, so I keep the rest, I pocket the difference. And then also, I'm really into stocks and stuff like that. Like, you guys probably seen some of the financial videos I do on here. I am definitely a nerd. I love reading the Wall Street Journal and Forbes magazine and things like that. Like, just stocks and stuff like truly interest me. So then I also like invest in different companies and stuff that I see fit. So between those three things, that's kind of like the main way that I want to make money. But mainly it's the main money that I want to make, truly, it's actually from e-commerce stores and social media marketing clients. That's kind of the goal, and of course real estate. And like I said, if this channel ends up growing and I get monetized, and let's just say I'm making it big and I'm making a few grand a month or so from YouTube ad revenue, sure. And if a company comes my way and says, hey, feature our product, like, if I actually truly use the product or the service and it truly benefits my life, I will. Like, I did like drop like an affiliate link in a few videos back for Audible, but I truly listen to Audible every single day. I love that service. So like, that's the other thing too. Like, because I'm trying to get an audience, I'm trying to inspire, I want to make sure that I don't sell them crap. I only want to make sure that if I do promote something, that it's truly something that I use. So now let's go ahead and talk about like my weaknesses, because everybody has a weakness. So my biggest weakness and my biggest issue when it comes to entrepreneurship in general is procrastination that interferes with the very much needed sweat equity that's needed to grow a business. And so that's something that's not good. So what I have done to help decrease my procrastination is I have something called a Panda Planner. It's a company called Panda Planner. You can get off of Amazon. And I love it because what it does is whenever you fill it out, it helps you set your goals on a monthly, weekly, and daily basis. And you also have to, like, it has like little blocks in there. We have to set time for exercise. And so if you make that Panda Planner like your Bible, like that's like your daily plan, like if you go by it to a T, wake up when you say that you're gonna wake up, it works out really well. Another thing that's also helped me out a lot too is I have this weekly accountability call with some other YouTubers, and we have it every Thursday night, and I love it because what we do is we set a plan together on what all of us are gonna do, and if you don't accomplish your goal, and you don't have a good reason for not accomplishing your goal, you basically get shit on by the group. And so I like it. By having people that you have to answer to, it kind of makes you get stuff done, because when you have nobody to answer to, you have to have really good self-discipline in order to get everything done. Because it's so easy to go, I'm just gonna watch TV. Yeah, I'm just gonna play a video game. Or yeah, it's too hot outside, and you know, there's a glare on my camera, so I can't film. I mean, like, it's just so easy to create excuses. So that's my biggest weakness. So that's something that I've personally been working on, because if I realize if I don't overcome that, I will ultimately end up failing and not being able to accomplish my dreams. So I know this is kind of like a rambling vlog, but you know, I really like it because I feel like I'm actually walking around with my friends, and I feel like I'm actually giving like my friends good advice. And I'm hoping that if you're watching this, that you know, you either take my advice, or you let it sit in the back of your head, just whatever. It's just, I just want everyone to have the mental clarity that I have, even though I'm still working a job that I don't like, even though I'm still a nurse and I haven't accomplished my entrepreneurial dreams yet, like the actions that I have taken in the past few years have caused the most amount of mental clarity ever. Like I feel finally that I'm on the right path. Dropping out of nursing school was one of the best things I've ever done. I loved not following my parents' dreams or, you know, doing stuff that society felt like I was able to do. I felt like I was actually following my own path, and it was amazing, you know, so I do not regret dropping out of school. And if you guys are in a program, if you guys are in school and you don't like it and you want to pursue something else, do it. You got one life. And just remember that this is your shot to make something of yourself, to follow your own dreams. There is nothing more important than your health and your happiness. So always make sure that you're doing things to keep yourself healthy, and always make sure that you're doing things to keep yourself happy. So, you know, quit that job, drop out of school, ask that person out, start that business, go travel to that place that you want, you've always been dreaming about going. Just make sure that you take steps. And you know what? You're not gonna have support along the way either. You know, when I dropped out of school, my parents weren't too happy about it. When I dropped out of school, my girlfriend wasn't too happy about it. But luckily my girlfriend was very understanding, and she realized that if I continued with nursing, I would just be incredibly unhappy, and who would want that for their partner, right? So she ended up being okay with it. So just stop living your life to please others. Live your life to please yourself. Be your own version of yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Take steps. It's gonna be hard. Take massive action like me. I dropped out of school, which decreased my income. It was gonna be $30 an hour. Like seriously, if I would have stayed in school for like another semester and a half, I would have been making $10 more an hour. I mean, huge. That's like a lot of extra money, you know. But I dropped out because I wouldn't be happy. I'm working a job and I have financial stability, but I hate that job. And so what am I doing? I'm going to drop my days probably from 5 days a week down to 2 days a week by August, right? That's gonna decrease my income by more than half. I'll still be able to make my portion of the bills, but I'm gonna have very little money. But guess what? It gives me the most valuable asset that I could possibly get, and that's time. You know, just stop wasting time, do things to preserve time, use your time to follow your dreams, to build things that's gonna build you up mentally, things that are gonna, you know, contribute to your overall health. And that's what I'm doing. By dropping down 3 days a week down to 2 days a week, that is going to literally free up 24 hours a week for me to work on YouTube videos, work on dropshipping stores, go out and pursue clients. It's going to give me freedom, and my time and my freedom is what I'm after. But anyways, guys, that is the video. So I hope that you liked this rambling series. Again, it was unscripted. I felt the inspiration to film this literally last night as I was sitting at work, kind of down that I was at work. I'm like, you know what, I need to talk about this to my subscribers, to people. So, you know, let me know what you thought about this video. If you hated it, let me know. If you liked it, let me know. But I see myself doing some rambling series in the future, just because I think it's important. You know, I like the scripted video because it looks clean and cut, but the rambling series, it's, you know, it's raw, it's unfiltered. There's no thought that goes into it. It's just me and the camera. So let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if you thought that this was wise, like if you thought my advice was good, and let me know if you guys are gonna take any of these steps. And I really hope that you guys like this. Oh, and last thing, I always forget. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Again, I try to help people. I try to encourage people to follow their dreams and help people to be financially free. And if you hit the like button, that'll greatly increase this video's expansion, and it could help it reach more people, and that video reaching more people can help more people. So please, for the goodness of humanity and the goodness of the world, and to make me happy, please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys again so much for watching my videos. I mean, seriously, every one of you guys who watch my videos, and especially the ones who comment, I love it. I really do. Like, it's like validation that these videos are actually needed and wanted and stuff. So again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching these videos. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys. What? You expect me to not get a bubble tea? This place, Kung Fu Tea, it's literally like a minute away from the Bosky, and I always get that tea. But anyways, since you're still watching the channel, I checked, we are 6 people away from reaching 200 subscribers on the channel. So if you want to be part of the lucky 6 who make this channel get to 200, I would greatly appreciate it. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Like literally a few months back, this channel was at 15 subscribers. Like I posted on Instagram, and now we're close to 200. I mean, it is just insane. I know 200 is still small, but it just goes to show that if you work hard at something and put hustle behind it, and also have a major YouTuber, you know, kind of shout you out, it helps you get to 200. But anyways, I'm super appreciative of all this, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos. So thank you again for watching, and I'm gonna enjoy this bubble tea as I head home and get ready for work. So I'll catch you guys later.